Vale, vamos a meditar un poquito. Let's do some meditation. So really, what we're doing is shifting from the ego to the no ego. Yeah, it meaning that our mind has to do a swap. Yeah, like going like this. Because normally the way we see the world is from inside out. Yeah, from the ego. I'm me, and I see the world. I see myself. I see my other people. I see everything. Yeah, and this we did for millions of years. To meditate is easy, because we're just focusing on different things. But to do the real shift from the ego to the no-ego, maybe a bit more complicated. Not complicated, but actually we need to let go of everything. It's like dying, yeah? But it's more than dying, because when we die, we keep the ego intact, actually. We die as still as the ego, yeah? And then we go to another life, because the ego means that we keeping our karma, all the action that we did as the ego, we keep them like a backpack. But it's not a backpack, it's a program that immediately kind of without any ability for us to control it, it just throws us back into a new life or a new existence. Depend on, in a way, the program that we've been holding. It's like magnetic forces that we create, and then it depends immediately where we're going to. Immediately, or not immediately. I don't know. This I don't know how long it takes or whatever. So here we have a golden opportunity to practice. And this is really golden. We don't even know how golden. And I heard teachers say that we've been working to reach this exact moment when we're talking about these things and when we're practicing for eons and eons and eons. Yeah. But we just go around and keep messing ourselves with our mind, not understanding the grand opportunity we've been given, or we gave ourselves, maybe. Yeah. So we really have to pay attention here, because this is amazing. And I think the corona situation is actually helping us to really, um, it's like equipping us with more power to do this shift. So this meditation and all what we do here, what I teach and what we do here is exactly about that. So yeah, let's take this sacred time to gain the most out of it. Okay, so make sure you're sitting comfortable. Now it doesn't matter the position of the phone or whatever computer you're using. Just make sure you're comfortable. Most important that you can hear me. Yeah, so we can close our eyes. And we can ask ourselves, who is behind these eyes? Yeah, who is behind the eyes? Yeah, and normally the most normal answer is, I am looking at the world, me. Yeah, I'm hearing Yair speaking. Maybe I can feel my breathing. Maybe I hear some sounds or things I feel from outside. Maybe I hear my mind chattering. Maybe I have some sensation in my body which I'm more or less comfortable with. But it's all is I see everything. I. And when we say I, try to feel the weight of the ego on this I. Because it's not just a word. When you say I, there's a big weight on this I. It's very charged. It's not just airy I. It's I, or it's mine, or it's me. But it's very actually heavy. Just pay attention to it. We say, I see, I hear, I want, I don't want, I like. All this I and something. That I is very, very, very heavy, very charged. Just feel the weight of this I for a minute, because this is exactly what we need to cut, to break. So feel it, feel it. Feel how the I is actually sitting on your chest and not letting you breathe very free. How it is I doesn't let you feel free emotionally, happy and relaxed and light like a bird. How this I binds you for habits and thoughts and addictions and so many things that you are not very happy with. Just feel it. And then just try to be with it now and not thinking about it anymore. Just being with the weight of the I. Actually, it's not the I itself, it's the what attached to the I. It's that sensation that this I is really me, 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 that me. That I is really am, I am. That I is what wants, what needs, what craves, what rejects. Feel all these kind of unseen strings we attached ourselves with the I. Feel it, really feel it energetically, not as a thought, because we talked about a lot about this thought, but the actual sensation. Now, let's make it clear how we're going into transcend this state. So the key is the awareness. That's our salvation, consciousness. In language, in the English language, consciousness and awareness sometimes looks used synonym in a synonymous way. Yeah, sometimes. But in the yogic teaching, is completely not the same. Consciousness equals to the water of the ocean. You can think, it's the, let's say, the substance or the substance that all creation made from. This is consciousness. Same as all the waves are made from water, but it's all ocean, is the same idea. So if we take this analogy into consciousness, so all creation is different waves of consciousness, manifestation of consciousness. Now, awareness is our ability as in this human form to acknowledge, connect, and become consciousness. How magical it is. So the minute we aware, actually we synchronizing immediately with consciousness. And then immediately, our vibrations start to rise, elevate, and start to vibrate higher and higher. Now, when we aware, actually all the time we are aware. All the time we are aware. Even when we feel really bad, we know we are feeling bad. That knowing is the awareness. That's why it's our salvation. Now, what happens at some time, what we're experiencing, especially psychologically and emotionally, are so overwhelming in its power that we are completely get drawn into it and mix into it and identifying with it. And as we do more and more spiritual practice through eons, yeah, of lifetimes, and in this lifetime, we start to detach. We start to create more and more and more space and have more, in a way, control. Do I really want to entangle myself with this experience, emotional, psychological, or can I keep the distance and allow what I see, what I experience, what I say, my mind thinks, not I think, have space from the awareness. So let's practice this for a minute. So the more gross, not gross, I think, the more unsubtle aspect of our um, awareness is the nervous system. When the nervous system is very agitated, yeah, it's very difficult to keep the awareness separated from it. It's hard. So that's why in all the meditation or endless type of meditation, there's a lot of emphasis on the breath, on awareness of a certain part, on calming the nervous system. When the nervous system calms down, we have more ability to create space between the awareness and the object. So let's calm our nervous system. When we feel anxious, agitated, not comfortable, it's actually the nervous system that is very agitated, manifesting in endless way. Yeah, as pain, physical pain, as psychological discomfort, as emotional discomfort. But once the nervous system starts to soften, those things that look super important, they lose their importance altogether. Now, how do we recognize, instead of going to the pain or to the emotion or to the thought, straight, what is the state of my nervous system? What we do, we start to scan our body from the very center, the core of our body, as if in the center we have like a central tube. Like if you think about, if you cut a carrot in the center, there's a core along the carrot. Same, we have a tube. This is the center channel of energy. And normally, if we're not in a super stressed situation, this core is free, normally. Unless we are super stressed, even there it's get obstructed. So we go there. And then from that core, we check the breath, the breathing. Normally, it's comfortable there. And from there, we start to move with our awareness slowly to expanding. And we're expanding very slowly with super heightened awareness until we reach, usually not very far from the center, a layer that feels tense. How do we know it's tense? Because the breathing suddenly starts to become more shallow, and there's a sense of tension, of vibration, of discomfort. So try to check it for yourself. Start to expand until you reach that layer. Check. Then we become aware of that layer. We're just resting our awareness quietly on that layer. And you notice naturally that it starts to soften. You can breathe more comfortable, that there is less tension. But this might take a minute or two, or might be faster. No rush. As long as you placing awareness quietly on an object, it will always respond. And once we feel a sense of, it's better. If you work more with colors, the color will become brighter. Then we expand further out to another layer. Maybe you're still in the body, maybe you're moved out of the body, it doesn't matter. Wherever you feel that suddenly your awareness is touching a layer that feels not comfortable, like a bit locked, a bit oppressive, something not comfortable. You stay there. And you wait until you feel a sense of release, a sense of, it's better. We take a minute for that, no rush. Of course, if the mind is agitated, it may create more tension, but maybe it will start to relax as we're doing it. But it doesn't matter. We can always go back to the object we're focusing on, and slowly, as the nervous system starts to soften, we'll feel more comfortable, and the mind will relax. The mind is a complete um, expression of the nervous system. It cannot work without energy. It also cannot work without awareness. So if there's a thought and we shifting all our awareness to the thought, then we caught, and the mind start to suck energy from the system and create more tension. Okay, and then let's go further out. Let's reach the skin now. Just ask yourself, when I'm focusing on the last physical layer of my body, what kind of experience do I experiencing? Is my skin super soft and relaxed? It's not really about the skin, it's about the quality of energy. It's a sense of peace. And then let's move further to the aura field outside the physical body. And again, try to identify the first layer around your body that feels a bit low energy. Just rest your awareness there. Okay. Let's help each other 1 minute. So we visualize that we're making a circle. I'll just describe the circle. And let's say top and bottom, yeah, of the circle is I am on the top and Kim on the opposite side. Then left and right, Patricia is on the right and Rebecca is on the left. And then halfway to the right and halfway to the left. Let's say time-wise it'll be 1, and 1 is Carmela, and 7 is Mary. And Lorena, you'll be in the center now. Yeah. So we're all making a circle, and Lorena is in the center, and we're connecting to Lorena, and we just allow the light to come through her and to cleanse. So visualize your space in this, your place in the center, and visualize the light coming from you, and Lorena is full of light. Okay. And Lorena, let's say you go out to 11, and Rebecca, you come to the center. First, before we focus on Rebecca, we're making sure that we have a feeling that the center is strong. Sorry, that the circle is alive and strong. And it's not up and down like we see on the screen. It's a flat circle that we're sitting in a circle. And Rebecca is in the center. But first we're making sure that we have a strong connection in the circle. We still don't have. So let's wait a minute. Make sure that you are visualizing the circle and your heart is open and the energy flows from your heart through the circle. Let's wait a minute more. Okay, good. Now, Rebecca, you go in the center of the circle, and we're all connecting to you and allowing light to cleanse you, inviting, seeing. Beautiful. And Rebecca, you go out. And Carmela, you go in. So every time somebody goes in and somebody goes out, we have to reestablish the energy in the circle. Okay, let's focus on Carmela now. Beautiful. So Carmela, you go out. Mary, you come in. Establishing the circle and connecting to Mary. Wonderful. Mary, you go out. Kim, please come in. Reestablishing the center, the circle, Feel the heart connection in the circle. And connecting to Kim, full of light. Beautiful. Kim, please go out. And Patricia, please come in. Reestablish the circle. It's very important, the awareness, because if the mind goes somewhere else, we are losing it. So we have to keep the awareness clear and strong, the image clear and strong, then it's powerful. Beautiful. And Patricia goes out. I go in, establishing the circle, and then focus light to the center. Beautiful. Thank you. This is beautiful. I go out. Let's just stay in the circle with the heart open and allow the energy of the heart to circulate so we feel the love connection between us. And just to use this beautiful arrangement we're having, let's visualize that the earth is in the center of the circle and we're giving light to our lovely Mother Earth. Okay. Mm-hmm. With gratitude for the Mother Earth, we're letting go now of the whole thing. Allow the circle to dissolve and connecting back to our system, just observing how we are. Okay, so let's continue and let's pay attention to the space between awareness and object. And let's just, for practice, we use the breath as the object, the breathing as the object, and we're aware of the breathing. And most important now is to feel that the breathing process can be aware of, yeah, that I can be aware of the breathing. So there's a distance. I can see my body breathe, but I don't need to say, I am breathing, because not I am. The awareness and the breathing is nothing, is not depend on the ego, just happening. and then it shifts awareness to part in our body that might be a bit discomfort. And again, most important here is the space, the distance between observing that part and where the awareness is. And then it shifts to something that maybe is even more challenging, is thinking. See if you can keep your awareness separate from thoughts. It's very clear for you that there is part that observing the thinking process. Now let's say define where is that part? Where is that observer? Where is it? From where do I observe everything? Is it from my mind? Is it from my heart? Is it both? Is it the whole creation? From where the observation takes place? Okay? And because we started while I was talking about the connection between the I and other things and the identification of the I with the person. So let's again now, after we did a lot of process of paying attention, let's see where the real I is. And try to ask yourself, when I say I, where is that I? Where is it? Really, the I that I constantly use to express, where is it? The I that when we started recognized so much heaviness around it, on it, so much weight. But actually, where is that I? Look for it. See if you can find it. So if you really pay attention, you'll discover that the I is nowhere. Actually, the I is the name that consciousness, that infinite consciousness that creates all what there is, that's its name inside you. That actually that's your real name, is consciousness, is not what your parents gave you. Because you don't say Yair want, you say I want. Yeah, we always refer to ourselves as I. But if you look for that I, you don't find it. What you do find is peace. So connect to the real I, which is you, that complete peaceful I that actually is everywhere. But when this I wants, feel, like, don't like, all the things we attach to this I, immediately we're giving this I into the mind and we are lost another million years. So it's time we realize who is the real I and start to identify with that instead of what the mind tells us. Because this brings us and the whole humanity for a big mess. So quietly resting in the real I, which is actually infinite consciousness. With no beginning, with no end, beyond time and space. And when we are there, life is great. Maybe even death is great because we don't care about anything. It's just so peaceful, so vast, so infinite, so blissful. So why would I look for something else? So, because it looks not so easy to be in that place, let's pray for support, for blessings, for grace that will continue support us to always, always, always remember who we are, this pure consciousness, pure I, which we are. And we're giving so much gratitude for the magic of creation that brought us together. Because if we kind of expand instead of this life, we could see the infinite birth we took. Some people can do it. The infinite birth we took, the infinite life form we took, then we will be so overwhelmed by the magnitude of this moment. But because we don't have this perspective, we think, oh, we're doing meditation now. And then I do my things. But it's not like this. So we're giving so much gratitude for, I don't know for what, to allow us so magically to unite. And may the light that we connected and enhanced in this session touch each and every human being and each and every being on planet Earth and in the whole creation to raise vibration so everybody can enjoy a beautiful state of being. So may we all have the most beautiful day and beautiful life. And I look forward to see you whenever, in another kind of magical encounter. God bless. Adios.